Hey, what's up, you guys? So you might be noticing a slight change.
Get ready, it's the new edition, your favorite morning meditation. Hey, it's me, part in my success. I'm a hot mess.
I did dye my hair. For the first time in my 24 years of life, I actually did something with my hair, which is surprising because those of you who know me know that it doesn't like doing things. My hair is very particular. It's very straight. It just stays in the place that it is, and it doesn't want to go anywhere. So we let it live. But my manager told me I needed to do something with my hair because it was too vanilla. So she wanted a bob, and I said, let me dye it first before just chopping it all off, because I've had many, many years of work and effort and time and love and energy into this hair. And so, yeah, some other exciting things. The reason I was able to afford this, which, might I add, cost a pretty penny, I was able to afford it because my original work bestie, Dan Fight Jr., out there in the world, asked me to be the makeup artist on a music video that he was shooting for a labeled solo music artist. She's a folk artist named Lizzie No. She's incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see the interview that I did with her. She was so nice enough to sit down with me while I was doing her makeup. So, I mean, how much choice did she really have? And I was able to actually really talk to her about her experience. And we shot this incredible music video to her new single, La Guanita. Go listen now. I will link it down below. I was like running around and doing all the makeup stuff, but also so much of it was just like me holding up different reflective gear and lights and things and like running to get water and snacks. But it was so much fun. I had a really great time and I'm really glad I went. And I was able to afford my hair. Thank God, because I'm so broke. It's a problem. It's a me problem. It's my problem, but it's still a problem. But we're working on that. But I also just finished dropping off so much stuff out of my trunk. My trunk was just full of clothes that I needed to donate, which I'd gone to, I kid you not, 5 different locations trying to drop these clothes off. Like clothes of mine that are like, fairly nice, not super worn out or anything, like Crossroads, Buffalo Exchange, several Goodwills, to no avail. Goodwill, why are you refusing donations? What's happening? Where can I leave stuff? I need to find more Salvation Army drop-off locations. I think that's probably the answer. But yeah, I'm off to have dinner with my brother and his wife right now, so that's really exciting. And lots of other big things coming up I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. So we'll see you soon.
Super random, but enjoy this footage of the Palm Springs desert while you listen to a bit of my tarot card reading from the tarot night that me and my friends did recently. Mom and Dad, I swear this isn't a cult.
This card can also mean that you're done being sneaky and looking to find the truth is all you seek to clear your conscience. It's possible that you're a workaholic and maybe stressed out because you have fear that you will never have enough to truly be happy.
Yeah.
Just because you're feeling like this right now doesn't mean you will stay this way forever. You just need to work through the pain you haven't been able to let go of, and then eventually you will be able to embrace some of the wonderful aspects of love. May's outcome, y'all. This can refer to a time in your life when you have finished a project and are now reflecting on the journey to see if it was worth it or not. Why not take a pause to check on your investment? You've put in a good amount of work so far, thoughtfully planned everything out, and now you can wait and see the rewards come in. When this card is in a reading, you need to be patient.
You know me, hate being patient. Anyway, just thought that was kind of fun. Wanted to share some insight. Thank you, Sio and Allison, for hosting us and for giving us that reading. And yeah, back to our usually scheduled programming.
Okay, I recognize that this looks janky as hell right now, but I got a MIDI cord that I could connect my brother's keyboard to my laptop. So now, you can't really tell, but it's coming through my computer. So now I can record things with the keyboard. I have like a MIDI board. I don't know which way to hold this. I don't know, but I'm really excited and I'm so happy that this actually works. Big things to come. Are you in your last year of law school right now? That's insane.
I know. It's gone by very fast.
When did that happen?
Don't know.
Everyone, I am so excited to introduce you to my bestie for the restie, my dance mom. It was November of my freshman year of college. at the dance organization of Boston College. Kristina Major swiped up on my Thanksgiving story of me wearing a sweater, and she said, I own that sweater. And you also said, I'm breaking up with my ex right now. I said, what is happening? And from there, our friendship blossomed. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm in an interview.
The lighting is off. Like, you're backlit right now, and I wish there was a light in front of your face. That's much better. Okay, there we go.
I was 2 years ahead of May. So I was class of 2019. I missed all the COVID school. Worked some crazy part-time jobs during COVID and then came to law school. So now I'm in Arizona.
In
You had,
college,
12
you
majors.
studied
You had like
English
12 majors.
communication with a history minor. Double major, one minor.
And then now you are studying.
Law.
Are you focusing on one?
I'm pursuing the Indian law certificate.
Wait, what happened to your entertainment law track?
What happened to you being my lawyer?
Okay, so we don't have like set concentrations. It's just law school. But you can get different certificates. I think there's like a corporate or business law certificate, international law certificate, and maybe a health law certificate. And then I'm doing an Indian law certificate. I don't know what all of our certificates are.
Okay, wait, quick question. How do I get my podcast name trademarked?
You would have to file with the US Patent and Trademark Office. But I'm also not an attorney yet, so I can't give you advice.
This is as a friend. Everyone listening, she is not a certified lawyer. This is not legal advice. This is a friendly conversation, hence our FaceTime with friends.
From my understanding, you just apply for a trademark and you can do the same with like the design for your logo and stuff with the US Patent and Trademark Office.
Oh, I didn't realize that. How much does that cost?
I have no idea.
Okay. Does that cover it internationally if you register it with the US trademarks?
Not 100% sure on any of this, but from my understanding from trademark class, some countries have reciprocity with the United States.
Very interesting. But yes, tell us a little bit about what you want to do.
Where do you want to go from here?
Oh my God, that's always the question, isn't it?
Well, we know Jake, your lovely boyfriend, is in Hawaii.
Right now, he's in the living room.
Oh, Jake!
To answer your question, I don't have like my for sure plan yet. Obviously, like things change, things come up, but the goal is I'm going to be clerking for a judge after graduation for a year. Clerking is basically just like you're working with the judge and you help like with the cases and stuff like that. And you're learning how to be a great writer. And then I'd like to ideally practice in entertainment law and Indian law.
Off of work things, what do you think of the pod? Any thoughts, feelings?
I love the pod.
You are my biggest PR person, my biggest supporter of the pod.
Anything about the pod today, so that'll happen tomorrow. Instagram thinks we're paid. They're trying to add a branded content sticker to my stories. I'm like, no. We love supporting our friends. I'm doing the millennial heart.
But
I love the pod. It's just nice to be able to like hear your voice and like hear you talk, because like I miss like just hanging out and hearing you talk and like talking to you. It is not always the most like relevant for me because I'm not trying to produce my own music, but it is interesting and I love to see you learn, and I'm trying to get my brother to listen because I think it'd be helpful for him.
Good. Yes, I agree. I think honestly, just like as a resource
that I can go back to and be like, what was it? What did I find out? I think the last solo episode that I was talking about, where I interviewed that composer, and he was like, I don't want to be recorded, like, at all. I was like, okay. And so, yeah, I'm just, like, sitting there chatting with him, like, remember everything that's ever happened to you.
Yeah.
It's so good and it's so necessary. There's not enough of this. And the current state of the music industry, like, it's so hard.
That TikTok you sent me, can you explain a little bit about that for our folks at home?
Let's see what I remember. This was like a week ago and I had COVID. It was someone talking about their experience, or someone who works in the industry and like has seen people, you know, go through trying to get signed. I don't know the terminology. Talking about how someone was great, had everything pretty much that a record label, I don't know the term, was looking for, like, you know, great music, great, you know, kind of look, branding, all that, but didn't have a significant social media following. And they told her like, okay, go build a social media following and then maybe like we'll sign you in. It didn't ever happen. Because nowadays with like TikTok being so big and influencers and just the whole industry of like everyone being so online, record companies aren't having to do their marketing for their clients and their artists themselves anymore, because a lot of these artists have already built up and established their presence on the internet, and it's saving record labels money, so they're not interested. And that's why we have so few new artists like in their 20s. Like, we have some great artists, of course, who are on the radio all the time.
Same ones that are just getting repeats. It's so hard to break into the music industry, yeah, like as you said, because nobody's like really signing anyone. The music industry no longer wants to take risks because they have realized they can find people who already have a following, already have an audience, that already did all the work, that already produced their own album because they were able to do it all on their own, are able to just sign them and do very minimal work for way too much money. And but it's also like, as they said, it's true, it's like it's really difficult to really make it big without a record label, because they are the ones doing all the marketing and pushing it out to people and like sending out these things and putting up the billboards and like setting up the tours and yada yada yada.
It's a shame because there are so many talented artists like yourself who maybe don't have like the skill set or even the time or privilege to be able to like build themselves up a following on social media. And also sometimes the algorithm is just not on your side for reasons that who knows.
No, truly, it's very confusing. I took a music distribution class in grad school. It was with this adjunct professor who also had been a musician for many years, was like a touring drummer in like all of these huge bands, and he was like signed with record labels and did all these things. So it was like all about his experience, plus like how we could market ourselves and distribute music ourselves. It was like a really cool class. We made an entire marketing plan for like a persona artist. That my group made one that was a multiracial, half Chinese, half white artist. Yeah, I've just adapted that to myself now because that's what I made it for. We had to do all the research and go through and be like, okay, what is best? Is it best to go with a record label or go independent? Or like, at what point do you sign with a record label? And like, what kind of terms are you okay with? And we have to go through the contracts and let's sit down and like, what kind of terms would you agree to? So like, I feel good about that, kind of, but also I'm like terrified because it's like, I'm worried that I'm gonna think I'm smart enough to see through things and therefore won't.
That is a dilemma.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have, I think, attorneys that you trust and who you know will advocate for you.
You can speak to my attorney in a year and a half.
I remember like being in contracts class 1L, first year of law school, and being like, all of this stuff, all of these contracting tips are so useful. And like, we're just getting so much information in law school that I'm like, I'm going to go back to my outlines when I start practicing truly, because like, there are so many things that I'm like, wow, okay, I know to do this now. Like, if I am ever like in this situation and like, here are the considerations. And like, I feel like also that's why like it's good to have like, as a baby lawyer, I feel like so much of it is because of experience working on cases and like seeing what's worked in the past and like where you've like been able to draft effective contracts for your clients in the past and things like that. And it just takes the time and the experience. Like, experience is truly so much of it.
I mean, I am just forced to go through contracts all damn day. And so I've gotten really good at redlining and like going through contract comparisons and like figuring out exactly all of the terms of all these deals. And so my brain is just filled with all of this random information, like force majeure and...
Aylin, law school?
Literally, is that me? Am I in law school right now? But what would you say, like, some other concrete tips that you're going to be taking from law school into your real life?
Or, like, time management. I was already, like, good at that, I thought. And now, looking back, I'm like, okay, no, I was good at it. But I can't remember even what I did to be good at it. I think it was just all in my brain. And my brain has run out of space because now my whole calendar is, like, time blocked, color-coded, all those things.
What was your favorite memory of me from college? Actually, what is your most embarrassing memory of me from college? And I'll see if I'll put this in.
I need 10 business days to really go through all of my Snapchat memories and think about them.
You're not allowed to get that much effort because then you'll actually pull something out that should not be said. If you're given too much time to think, that's dangerous.
The thing that came into my mind is like, okay, we'd been friends for 3 months at this point, like close friends for 3 months. When you got dumped during show week and we're crying on the floor of the bathroom in the handicap stall. And I was in there sitting on the ground with you, and then someone came in and they needed that stall.
They were in a wheelchair. I remember that. That was really tragic. I felt so bad. And she felt so bad.
We're supposed to be like in the hallway promoting.
I'm like actively supposed to be like out there handing out beads and telling people to come to this show. And I was like, dying in the bathroom. Oh, that was so tragic. TBT, man.
You came over once and we had the same underwear on.
Oh my God, yes! It was like our first hangout, like where we were going out together. We were wearing the same underwear.
Like black Victoria's Secret, like sparkly.
The sparkly ones. I have them still. They're great. Whenever Kristina was seeing any man, if I saw him around anywhere, I would take a photo of him and follow him until I could get a clear enough video to send to her. Just for funsies.
You've got a degree now. Another degree. 1 degree hotter.
I have 2 of them. My BC one sat in my closet for a year and a half until I got my master's degree, because then it was like, I can't put both of them in the closet.
Yeah, mine is under a pile of clothes. It used to be hung up in my old apartment, but when I moved, I have not hung anything up. Jake's gonna help me do that this week.
No, that's what he's for. I made Zach come here to help me hang up these succulents, and Nick was also helping, and both of them were trying to put these up, and I was standing just directing, and still did not tell them the correct placement that would made these even. Zach was so mad. He was like, this isn't right. And I was like, who's gonna know?
I know.
And now everybody will know. Well, I'm so glad that you came on FaceTime with Friends today. I don't know how much of this I'll be able to put into the actual pod, considering that my solo episodes at this point are generally pretty short. But and this is like 40 minutes of us talking.
Oh, good. I will text you the things that cut out.
I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. And Kristina, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I think you need like a slogan to end your episodes.
Okay, so what should my catchphrase be?
I need another 10 business days. We'll brainstorm.
We'll talk. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you soon on next week's episode of Pardon My Success. Woo! Amazing. All right, let us end this recording. Are you PMSing?